The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4 through 5, is that I came across this article today by RT News where the title speaks for itself. All right? These so-called white people, more specifically these American Edomites, cannot keep at home. They are a proud bunch of people, and they're willing, all right, to go into sovereign nations and cause havoc to achieve their agenda. All right? Which is, if you don't understand warfare, all right, the American Edomites are trying to get a foothold in Russia's backyard, all right, and they need Ukraine, and that's why they're doing what they're doing, okay? But this is the mind frame of these Edomites. See, these Edomites, in order for them to continue in their power, they always have to live by the sword, all right? If they want to have their so-called, what they call their heaven, all right, this current system, this Babylonian system, all right, they need to constantly be engaged in warfare. All right, in fact, the scripture talks about in Genesis 27, I have it, how this is how these Edomites, these so-called white people, will be moving. All right, Genesis 27, verse 38. And Esau, which are the so-called white people today, said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, right? Because he was a bitch-ass clown, all right, who gave up his birthright. And then, all right, got in his feelings, all right, when he also lost the blessing that Isaac gave to Jacob, all right? And you can read the story, okay? But the point is, Esau, you gave up your birthright, all right? You thought, all right, that the birthright, all right, didn't profit you. And you can read that account in Genesis 25. Continuing on, verse 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Right. So wherever these Edomites will be living at, whatever these so-called white people will be living at, it will be, okay, in the best places. All right? Just look at America. Look at the different districts where these Edomites dwell at. The best places. But how do they get that? There's a key. How do they get the best places? Okay? Well, here in America, what did they do? They kicked Gad and Reuben, the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Seminole Indians, onto reservations. They also, okay, used mainly Southern Kingdom, all right, to build up their infrastructure. And then they put Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom in ghettos and barrios, all right? That was all by design. But how did they do all that? 40. And by the sword thou shalt live. Exactly, by the sword. So if they want to have the best places here in America and abroad, they have to constantly be at war, killing and fighting, okay, against these other nations, against us, and against themselves. Because Ukraine, these are a bunch of Edomites. So that's how it's gotten. Like, these Edomites are so proud, okay, and so wanting in their eyes and wanting everything that they're willing to kill each other for it. That's why the scripture says in Proverbs chapter 27 verse 20, hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of men are never satisfied. And that's the thing with Esau Edom. He's never satisfied. Okay, that's why he's now at the point where he wants to digitally put a MOTB, a digital I said digitally. Well, yeah, that's what his heart's on, this whole technology. He wants to put a digital the MOTB, in your flesh because he's never satisfied. He wants your soul now, all right? Because this man is not right, man. There's not a righteous spirit in Esau Edom, the so-called white people, okay? Even you bums of you so-called white people that are now angry, okay, and mad that you see your beloved country turning to a shithole, all right? You have no righteous spirit either in you, okay? You're a bunch of demons as well, and you're a two-time loser, all right? So let's get another article. Florida National Guardsmen are caught in the Russian-Ukraine conflict. Right, this is something Fox and CNN will never tell you clowns, all right? That you actually have the Florida National Guard, the United States military in Ukraine. That's the reason why the Russians are at the border, because they see the United States military in Ukraine, okay? But you think the mainstream media, the Russians, the CNN and the Fox would tell you, no, because it doesn't benefit the interests. They want to deceive and lie to, all right, the American people, all right, who are a bunch of fucking idiots anyway. You know, you Americans, you're a bunch of fucking morons, all right? You're useless eaters. And that's why we keep, we get on our people so much. Like, why the fuck do you want to hold on to this place? All right, America is falling fast. You also have, hold up, this is the Hill. All right, this goes to show you that this man cannot be satisfied. This man, Esau Edom, is ever. He cannot keep at home. This is a proud man. And what is going on with the Hill? Okay, we'll go back. All right, China, Taiwan. All right, here we go. U.S. aircraft carriers enter South China Sea amid tensions between Taiwan and China. So there it is. You got America all the way in the Pacific, in Chinese territory, in Moab's territory, all right? Knowing full well that you have no business being there. First of all, Taiwan, once again, it is property to China because it was known as the Republic of China. Look into the history. But here, once again, this is Esau Edom. He wants to be everywhere. All right, he wants to be in everybody's business. This man is not satisfied. All right, because that's the spirit of these so-called white people, man. All right, and that's why the Lord's bringing you down. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work. Right, all the wickedness that you have been doing, America, with your military, okay, with your decrees, your unrighteous decrees. The Lord sees all this, and he has a special judgment for this place, all right? And you Edomites, man, that dwell here in America, you're not escaping, man, all right? You better live it the fuck up. Rejoice and be glad, okay? Because this is your last hurrah. The Lord is going to punish this place. He's going to pelt this place with 200 million nuclear warheads. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. For she had been proud against the Lord. Right. Not only are you in other people's backyards, you can't keep at home, you can't be satisfied, you're greedy son of a bitch. You are proud against the Lord. You said the Lord is a so-called white man. You said his chosen people are so-called white. You've been mangling the scriptures, all right? You made the Bible that anybody can be saved as long as you believe in Jesus, right? That's what you push. As long as you believe in Jesus, anybody can be saved. You're a bunch of liars, man. And the Lord, that's that pride in you. That's why the Lord is going to spank America, okay? Because of all the lies that you've been pushing out. The salvation's only for Israel. Newsflash. If you're not a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you get no salvation. You get death and destruction and slavery. Against the Holy One of Israel. Notice it says against the Holy One of Israel, right? That's who the Lord's dealing with. The nation of Israel. And it's ashamed. Well, it's not ashamed. You know, this is the Lord's movie. But 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans cannot fucking get it. You're morons. And the way you move in 2022, all right, reveals it that you're a bunch of morons. Continuing on. So now you have these nations ready to bend the bow. And the war is going to start in the Middle East. China shifts towards Iran can harm the small hats who are not the chosen people, who are imposters, who are descendants of Edom, pro-U.S. countries and Middle East analysts. All right, so now you got China in the Middle East. All right, that's how you know the Lord's prophecies are coming to pass. You got to be excited. I'm excited, man. All right, because you can see the works of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in action, man. It's freaking amazing. It's awesome. Continuing on. So we're about to see World War III pop off. Disclaimer, World War III, the nukes do not fly. All right, because that's really when you know, all right, it's about to get real when these nations start lobbing nukes at each other. But the nukes will not fly until they make the digital awe mandatory. All right, that's that prophecy, that mandatory prophecy, okay? The digital awe, MOTB. But we're getting close. Now I want to get into this article right here. Russia's military, once creaky, is modern and lethal. Woo! Ezekiel 38. Ooh, yes. That should sing. All right? That should sing Ezekiel 38. The Lord is singing, man. He's making these prophecies, okay, speak and sing, and it's music to our ears, because we could clearly see that, hey, the Lord's words do not go out void. He declared it from the beginning. Moscow. In the early years of Vladimir Putin's tenure as Russia's leader, the country's military was hollowed out by nuclear-armed shell. Right. See, that's why you got to get into the history. The reason why America couldn't take down the Soviet Union, okay, couldn't, all right, establish a military base in Russia is because Russia had one thing to defend itself. Nuclear armaments, and that's of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He made sure that Russia would have those nukes, all right? So that would be the last defense if America were to try to establish a foothold in their country. It struggled to keep submarines afloat in the Arctic and outgun insurgency at bay in Chechnya. Senior officers sometimes lived in moldy, rat-infested tenements. Well, the American military is now living in moldy, rat-infested tenements. So, hey, the Lord is bringing down America. Google that. Google the American military living in moldy, rat-infested tenements. Google that. I done lessons on it. Brothers done lessons. And instead of SOCs, poorly trained soldiers, America's poorly trained soldiers. That's why, okay, they're bucking up against their own government. When it comes to taking this procedure, they don't want to take it. All right, so that means that they're disobedient. They're not obeying their leadership. Continuing on. Often wrap their feet in swathes of clothes, the way their Soviet and Tsarist predecessors had. 2 decades later, it is a far different fighting force that has massed near the border with Ukraine. Under Putin's leadership, it has been overhauled into a modern, sophisticated army, able to deploy quickly and with lethal effect in conventional conflicts. That's why Russia's in the Middle East whooping that ass. You see? That's why you couldn't take down Assad, America, with your proxies. All right? You try to balkanize Syria, and it didn't fucking work. All right? Russia was able to stop you in your tracks, which proves that you're weak. Military analysts said it features precision guided weaponry, a newly streamlined command structure, and well-fed and professional soldiers. Right. The Russian military are ready to fuck up America, man. And excuse my French, but you got it. You clowns that watch our videos, that look at this as a joke, man, you need to get it raw and uncut. World War III is coming. There's no stopping it. And they still have the nuclear weapons. Bow, movie. I just read, once again, Jeremiah 50 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. What are those bows? Okay. That's the missiles. Okay. Coming out of the silos. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. For she had been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One Israel. 30, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and her men of war, meaning the American military, all right, that are a bunch of pansies, all right, that's why you have LGBTQT in there. And all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. Woo! When did that happen? Okay, see, that's why you got to go into the history. Remember, Babylon, ancient Babylon, okay, under Nebuchadnezzar and his son, okay, I forgot his son's name. Let me get it real quickly, because, hey, we here at Great Millstone, we prove all things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Daniel chapter 5, right? Belshazzar, right? Belshazzar. Nebuchadnezzar, okay, which gave his power to Belshazzar, was taken down with a strategic strike, all right, by Darius, okay? So this is talking about a future Babylon being, okay, and their men of war being cut off. Because in the past, that was a strategic strike. Only Belshazzar got put to death, okay, and his household. All right, and then Babylon became a city-state for the Persian Medes. So this is talking about a future Babylon, which is America. 31, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. Right, that's another clue. The Lord is going to visit Babylon the Great. When did that happen? 32, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities. That's another thing. When did that happen in ancient Babylon? Okay, that didn't happen. We're talking about now. The fire is talking about the nuclear warheads. And it shall devour all round about him. 33, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, northern kingdom, and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Right, this is talking about now. Because in ancient Babylon, the northern kingdom was already taken out of the land. You can read that in the book of Kings. So this is talking about now. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Right? We're still in captivity to this very day. This is what we're trying to tell our people. We're still in slavery. We're still in captivity. That's why you're at the bottom. First fire, last hire. That's why you can't, okay, get up in this system. The system is created for you to be oppressed and always be downtrodden. Because you're in captivity. Let's continue on. The Molotov military has emerged as a key tool of Putin's foreign policy, capturing Crimea. Right, that was another clue that the Soviet Union is back, Ezekiel 38. Intervening in Syria, the Soviet Union's back, Ezekiel 38. Keeping the peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan, the Soviet Union's back, Ezekiel 38. And just this month, propping up a Russian-friendly leader in Kazakhstan, the Soviet Union is back, Ezekiel 38. Now, it is in the middle of the most ambitious and most ominous operation yet, using threats of potential many fear force to bring Ukraine back into Moscow's sphere of influence, right? And Russia will sack Donbass. Part of Ukraine, okay, will be Russian territory. You best believe that, all right? And Lord willing, Lord makes all Ukraine Russian territory, okay? Because these are the times that we're living in. And I'll close off with Ezekiel 38. Prophecy about Gog and future invasion of the statehood of Israel. All right? Ezekiel 38 and 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, right? All you got to do is Google the land of Magog. That's modern day Russia. That's where the Russians will be dwelling at in the last days. The chief prince of Mechesh and Tubal. That's another thing. Google where Tubal is located at. Okay, well, in fact, I got it right here. Tubal, according to Flavius Joseph, identified Tubal in Ezekiel's time as an area that is now Turkey. Turkey. Now you know why Turkey and Russia are so close to each other. Why Turkey's buying Russian warplanes and Russian S-400s? Because it's all been prophesied that would happen. And prophesy against him, right? What are we saying to these nations? The Lord's setting you up to go against Babylon the Great. All right? You're used to destroy America and destroy, really your empire, because it's self-suicide. If you idiots only knew that by you going to war with each other, you're going to lose your kingdom. But it's so beautiful because of your pride, because you can't be satisfied amongst the eyes. You can't see it. Dummy. Stupid. 3. And say, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I'm against thee, O Gog, chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Right? The Lord's against you. All right? And we're against you, you Edomites in Russia and Tubal. We're just cheering you on because we know by you going to war against America, it's salvation for us. 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. The rise of the Soviet Union. These articles prove it. And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right? What did that say? What did this article say? Russia's military, once creaky, is modern and lethal. Bow, movie. It's the Lord's movie. You dig? Let's continue on. 5, Persia. Iranians. Okay? And there's many articles on Iran and Russia working together. All right, doing all types of deals. Ethiopia, right? Google Ethiopia and Russia and Libya, right? Russia's in Libya too. That's why Russia's backing that double agent who used to work for the CIA. I forgot his name. You can Google it. All right, the Russians are propping him up because he turned his back on against America. All right, and so Russia's using that particular leader, all right, and putting a foothold in Libya. Yeah, man, the prophecies are moving fast. Buckos. To our people, get your shit together. Seek the Lord or die. With them, all of them with shield and helmet. 6, Gomer and his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. 7, here's the point. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And that's why Russia is now the new major power player, because it's a guard to these littler nations. All right? Russia, okay, first of all, just Google it. Who are the 2 largest weapons exports in the world? Okay? America and Russia, period. America funds the western states. Russia funds the eastern states. Up until now, Russia funds your NATO ally, Turkey. All right? So, hey, this is the reason why. Because it's the Lord doing it. The Lord is making his prophecy come to pass. And I'm going to end it off with here, because you got to be an Israelite to really understand this. And that's why we give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for putting the Spirit on us to understand this, for choosing us as his people. I am proud, to be an Israelite. And I say that humbly. All right? I'm just glad the Lord said, I choose you to be an Israelite, and I choose you to understand these prophecies. And Tawada Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for showing me the great men of great millstones, all right? The leadership, the apostles and the elders on down, for breaking the scriptures down and make it plain upon tables for young brothers like me to get the understanding and to be able to connect the dots like they're connecting the dots. Show them, and that's it. And I give praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for all this. Deuteronomy 29, verse 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord our power, but those which ye are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. Period. So the only ones that are breaking the scriptures down the correct way are going to come from the nation of Israel, mainly the elect, and you're going to find those attributes here at Great, Millstone. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We say this humbly, but we're confidently. Okay? Because we're not going to steer our people wrong. We're not going to steer the world wrong, okay? The reason why this is all happening, because it's time to put you Edomites down once and for all. The days of you calling the shots is over. You will be taken out of power. You will be put, as the bases of men, which you were designed to be. You will be the tail, and we will be the head. We will lend to you, okay? And you cannot lend to us. That's what's coming. And you will serve in captivity for 1,000 years. And then after that, your asses are going into a huge, okay, barn fire. So Lord willing, is us edifying. This devil cannot be home. He set himself up for World War III, which is Yappa. It all goes according to prophecy. The Russians are ready to go. They're going to whoop that ass according to prophecy. And this is all done through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because his words do not go out void. All right? He prophesied it. He said it's going to happen. It's in the Bible, and now it's happening. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep studying. Pray without ceasing. The Lord is doing wonders. Okay? Praise his wonders. Okay? Push out his words. Make these videos, man. Show the world the wonders, okay, and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And to the few sisters that are watching and studying, hey, keep doing what you're doing. All right? Study. Keep your mouth, okay, shut. All right? Pray with your head covered. And just, okay, give glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for opening your eyes to see this truth. All right? Because, hey, we're almost home. We're almost out of here. Let's keep going. With that, shalom and the Bible ball shalom.